Hey, it's Jack from Alphacharts with a stocks to watch video. Today is November 17th, 2024. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right. Thank you all for watching the video. If you can, please like and subscribe to it. I have an exciting announcement. I am partnering with DeepView. So DeepView is the charting software that I use. It's also an amazing screening software, and they have plans to, I believe this year to you so you can track your trades in it, and they have a huge roadmap. Anyway, it's amazing software. And they said that I can give away one free yearly membership to DeepView. So that's pretty cool. So it's very easy to enter. I'm going to pick a winner tonight, right? So it's Sunday, November 17th, 2024. I'm picking a winner tonight. Only what the thing you have to do is you have to like this video, and you have to comment on the video, right? You like the video, you comment on this particular video, stocks to watch for today's date. And this evening I will be picking a winner. And then I think you just have to give me your email address, and I'll have DeepView contact you and give you the year subscription. So it's a pretty cool contest. And you can try out the software for free, right? If you win. So that's awesome. What else do we have? Uh, I'm on X, at Alphacharts 365, posting things all the time there. I also have a subscriber group. Again, I give you a ton of information on the subscriber group. All of this you've heard it before. I just did my video for subscribers as well. It's an hour long this week. I'm gonna do a focus list video, my favorite setups from the watch list. I annotate all those charts, daily market scans. I'm gonna do a weekend note tonight. You get all that stuff. Just go ahead and click that subscribe button again at Alphacharts 365. If you happen to not be on Twitter for whatever reason, I run the same information through YouTube, right? It was pretty cool. So through my YouTube, I run exactly the same information. On the video side of things, you just click join, and you're going to hear me exactly the same way. Same videos, same focus list video, same members video, same midweek videos, right? Same live stream, all that I give to YouTube subscribers. And just have to, again, click that join button. Okay, let's get into this video. Again, we always give you 10 names on stocks to watch. These are kind of what I'm watching for the week to maybe hopefully outperform, right? We had this beautiful Trump rally up here, presidential election rally right there. We gave most of that back. And the question is, does this little support band hold, or do we waterfall through it? Right now, there's not much evidence of it holding, but it hasn't gone below either. So cautiously optimistic, right? That's kind of where I'm living right now. Cautiously optimistic, but there are some names that are holding up really well. And so I have 10 names for you. And some of these you'll see I have subscriber notes on, right? So like this one for SOFI, it's one that I hold. We talked about it from 11/3, so 2 weeks ago, back in here, right off of this consolidation, and it's done very well. And now it's giving us a little flag right here, and looks like it could be ready to go again if it starts to move higher out of this flag. And again, you could draw this a few different ways, but that's basically what I'm looking for: a break of this flag to the upside, and maybe we start towards this $23 area, $24 area, right? But it's a nice little setup, and I like the risk reward here. That's always what I'm looking for. Risk first, right? And again, if you want to see what the subscribers get, this is the type of note that you get again on the focus list video for YouTube subscribers and also for the X subscribers. All right, RKLB, another one that we've been in. This is Rocket Lab. We've been in it since in here, as you can see from the notes, 1013, 1029. I've liked it for a while. It's after earnings, it gave you a nice pop, came back. It probably needs to settle down just a little bit more, but it's setting up again. And so I'm watching it for another setup for a new position. That's RKLB. Again, it probably needs maybe a little bit more time. We'll see. Hindsight is 2020, right? App. So here's app. Again, we've talked about this one back in from 7.3. We're talking about from this consolidation in or 7.3 in here, right? There was one little shakeout beforehand, but it popped 46%. And look how it's gotten really tight over here. Looks really good still. It's moved quite a bit, right? From $85 to $291. It's moved a lot. So again, it's gonna be a little bit later stage. But if it can break above that $300 area, I think it may have some more left in the tank. A firm, you know, this is a name I really didn't trade. I have not traded all that much, to be honest with you, but it's got this setup going on here. If you look at it, we talked about it maybe back here. That was a year ago, right? It had a nice run for us back here, then it corrected. Okay. And now it got back to that spot. And this was an important area, and it popped 24%. Went higher, and now it is retesting the spot. So talk about max, great spot to get in. Down here is perfect spot to get in, right? Close to that $52, $53 area. But it's still not that far gone from there. And if this is just a consolidation off of this move higher, then this has another run in it, right? And maybe this little flag right here, right? This kind of that little flag right there off of this bar, and now it's starting to break higher. That's a possibility. If it breaks below this, what's that low there? 5170, below 5170, no reason to be involved in this name. So again, if it fits for your reward to risk, it could be more volatile name. So just be careful with that one, right? If it, for me, I pass on a name like this. It's just a little too volatile for me, but it may work out great. TOST. So this is a name I'm holding on my long-term account. So I do a weekly pick of the week, which is basically you buy if it triggers, Monday or Tuesday or whenever it triggers, but it has to be sold by Friday. And then I also have a weekly pick, which is using the 50-day moving average. So it's two separate portfolios that I'm running for myself that I share with subscribers. And this is on the weekly. So let's go to the weekly so you can see the weekly, what I'm seeing here. So I love that this IPO came in immediately, right? So it immediately went to like a stage 4 decline. Then here's your stage 1 base. If you do the Stan Weinstein stage analysis ideas, right? It's not perfect, but it's the general idea. So here's your stage 1 base, and there's your stage 2 breakout. And that's about where we got involved, right around 10.6, right in here, right? And we've been just trading this higher. So where are we today tactically, right? Let's put that there so you see the note. Okay. So again, we're a little bit extended. This has been just really a great trade for us. Off of earnings, got a little extended. That's fine. It may need to pull back a little bit, but I think pullbacks are probably viable. A little choppiness is probably likely, but if it comes back and resets the VWAP or the 9-day, that would be a spot that we could potentially get involved in this particular name. Again, a very strong name, and it has the opportunity, the potential to get up to maybe the $70-ish area. Gets up to $70, that's a really nice trade still, right? There's still some, again, gas left in the tank. C1. C1. All right, so this one, Clearwater Analytics, big pop. It gave a lot of it back. So right there, that's a little bit of a dark cloud over this chart. But where did it come back to? It closed the gap, and now it's starting to hold the 9-day. Okay, so that's something that I can understand, right? I kind of like how buyers showed up here as well. So it gives me, some clear levels at this point, and I like it above 31. If it gets above 31, I think we could be long C1. Below 31, there's really no reason to. And if it loses this 9-day on a closing basis, I'd probably be out. That's how I would look at this particular name. I have no position in this one, but again, looking at the chart, we're in or near all-time highs, right? So we broke out of this IPO base, it moves higher, came back in. I mean, that's as good of a chart as you're gonna find, right? I mean, not as good, but you know what I'm saying. It's a really good looking chart, and I like that it's got very little supply now overhead, which is great to see, right? Really great to see. So C1 Clearwater Analytics. What else is in there? Upstart. This one I've traded in the past. I have no position now. Again, big move higher, 45 percent. Then it kind of came in very similar to C1, right? Again, except this is overhead supply. C1 doesn't have any overhead. This one does. I traded it in here mostly. We talked about it in here. And now it's making this base. And you kind of, if I pull this all the way across, you kind of see the polarity, right? Support, support, broke support, resistance. Now we're back here near potential resistance. But if it breaks higher from here, right? Again, I like it above 73.50-ish or so, right? Against the VWAP here. But right now it's just in a little pinch. Might need a little bit more time. But looking good. Again, if it gets above this VWAP, that's a potential area to enter. Right now, again, it does look like it's being supported by the 9-day. We'll see if that continues. And a break higher here would be maybe the start of a new bull run. We'll see. Oil and gas names on this list. KGS. Name I was in the past, right here. That's a note. Again, it's what me and subscribers. Whenever you see a note, it's what I've given subscribers with annotated setup right here. And you see it makes these flags, and it's doing that right now. So break of the flag, and yeah, that looks pretty good, right? Had some nice moves higher, right? 4%. It's an oil and gas name. Know what you're buying, but there's some evidence of rotation back into some oil and gas names, some regional banks and things of that nature. So this one looks pretty good. KGS, breaking the flag. BTSG. So BTSG is Bright Spring. SG, let's try that again. There we go. There you go. Yeah, BTSG. Perfect. So you see, it's one I like back here on 512. Where was 512? Right in here. Again, it kind of gave that little shakeout, gave a second shakeout, but then it really took off. Okay, so sometimes timing can be perfect. You see, I don't nail everyone at the perfect time. It made sense here, then it kind of shook me out. So it works, right? I mean, it happens. That's what real trading is, right? No, anyone that doesn't have, doesn't take their stop losses isn't managing risk, in my opinion. Anyway, let's just keep going. You see, it did take off very nicely. And now it's making this perfect little flag right there, right? So again, a break of the high. What's the high there? 19, yeah, maybe like around 1975 or something like that. I think this could, maybe start the next leg higher. It's a healthcare company, from what I understand. So, it's not the strongest relative strength sector, but this particular name is doing well. So yeah, looks not bad. And then PRCT. Procept, it looks just like SPY, doesn't it? First, I had to check and make sure it wasn't SPY at this point. Again, it's been a little bit choppy, but it had this big 28% up there. It had a big 32% there on giant volume. That's really nice to see. Again, a little bit of a sell-off. So we're at that point, right? You don't want to see it go any lower here. So you have good risk management here, right? So if as long as it stays above, 84.25-ish or so, you could be involved in this name. Anything below that, no reason to be. If it holds the support, then you got in. And remember, you don't have to really buy all one time. You could buy a quarter or half position, see how it starts to work for you, give that little bit wider of a stop loss, and then potentially add to it later on. So don't think that you have to buy all at one time. There's many times, like in my SOFI trade, I mentioned at the beginning, right? I told you. Actually, I don't know if I told you or not, but I'm only half position in this one. I own it here, but I only have half position, so I'm looking to add to it if it can break this flag to the upside and make it full. So it's been a great trade for me, but just not big enough size, obviously. So I'm looking to add to this, and because I wasn't sure back here about it, right? I wasn't sure 100%, so I wanted to give myself a little bit more, wiggle room. I think the market was a little wonky at the time too. So I wasn't putting full positions on at the time because the market was questionable pre-election. There's a lot of stuff that was, that I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And there's okay to say, I'm not sure, right? We're never going to we're going to have opinions on the market, but there's times we're going to say, I think this is what's going to happen, but I'm not sure, So I'm going to have my stop losses in. I may take smaller sizes and let's play a little bit cautious. And if it works out in our favor, great, we could add to it later. And if it doesn't, we didn't get hurt too bad. Risk management first, so important. All right, so don't forget, if you want to get into that DeepView contest for a year free subscription, you have to like this video and you have to leave a comment, okay? Thank you all for watching. If you haven't done so, follow me on X at Alphacharts365. Click that subscribe. YouTube, you want to be a member there. Click that join button. I think that I give a ton of content that for $10. Oh, by the way, it's $10 a month. Super, super inexpensive for either one of these, exactly the same price. So yeah, consider giving it a join, okay? Y'all take care. Bye-bye.